please, you get back on the street, you pick up a case. We've been doing this now for 5 years. It stops today. No. What I would like to do is set up a TRAS. Is that?
Because of the car accident.
Because of the car accident.
So may I add to that, Judge?
Sorry?
May I add something to that, Judge? Judge, she was at the Hooters. There were some people there trying to get some real estate business going. She's a real estate agent. And as she's coming, she left and she's getting onto the freeway. She goes by there all the time. And she's entering the freeway, Highway 59 going north. She was entering and the police officer had stopped one right there. I mean, it's right at the entrance. And I'm arguing upstairs that the police officer maybe should have moved up a little further up, not right at the entrance. She's trying to get in. She's looking to her left, the incoming traffic, and she hit the police officer on the right side. It wasn't like it was just, she got from the right side of her vehicle. But, you know, it is what it is, Judge. I'm dealing with it upstairs. But
I'm happy to entertain that in a suppression if you want. But right now, this is just probable cause. And I have to give them time to, you know, craft arguments for them. So,
I'm not arguing the DWI judge. I don't even know what the blood test is right now.
we'll wait. Right.
We'll wait. But I'm upstairs. I don't want it to sound so bad to her because there was some contribution of some kind of negligence.
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much.
Of course. So, have you run her license?
We have, it's on the show.
Okay. Ms. Cintron, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run her, see if she has any prior DWIs, please? And CIC. I'm ordering you, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked, you will go into jail. And that's it. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you do not have either, you may not drive, and that is a part of your bond condition as well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
She doesn't have any history.
Okay, so because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Cervantes, and he will tell you if and when you have to go back to court. If he tells me that you've gone AWOL, that he can't get a hold of you, likewise, I will, revoke the bond. Just stay out of trouble. Don't use, and especially don't pick up any new cases. Keep my community safe. That's all I'm asking. Do you understand?
I understand, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to have you sign a release. Victoria will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys are free to go.
And one other thing is, I don't know what the court can do about it, but they've impounded her car at the towing place, and she has her laptop that she has all her contracts, her real estate business. She has, software for contracts, deeds of trust, and everything.
Would you be opposed to getting laptop and things of that nature?
Don't let her get it. And she had a
File
person.
a motion to return.
I'll do that.
File it. I'll entertain it.
Very well. I'll do that. I'll have something on there.
Just give a copy to state so that they can see it. With whether they have any opposition or not, we'll have a hearing, and then
Very well.
soon as we do it. Right.
We'll get it that.
I like the version.
Yeah. Well, of course. Right. So just serve everyone, and then.
Very well. Thank you.
All right. Please.
That's fine. Judge, that's it for now. We have several waiting on attendance.
Okay.
Counsel, you may approach.
Give me a second, Mr. Moody, and I'll hit you up next. Good morning, Mr. Butler. Come on up.
I'm doing good. How are you doing? On your docket.
This is that one case that we have.
Yes, sir. And the state and I have already talked, and we'd like to, I just want to give you a
What's the last name again?
oh, I'm sorry. On the docket, it is Marginau, Margenau, Valerie Carrillo.
Let's see. I got it.
Okay, so just to remind you, Judge, this was a first DWI in 2015. Standard 1-year probation. Not going to give you any excuses. She moved with her father to Corpus. We're here on the MRP. She's had no arrests since, no new law, no problems of that nature at all. The MRP was filed March of 2016. I've talked to the state, and they've suggested two different ways to resolve it. One is to revoke and sentence her to the time she's already served, or two, if the court wanted to do an unsat termination.
Did she do anything while she's on the probation? I mean, if she did nothing on the probation, then I'm not inclined to, you have
Oh,
to.
that's fine. No, I agree.
Right, so-
It's a conviction either way.
Tell me.
It looks like she started reporting to probation, and then about October, she failed to complete her TRAS. She failed to do her no driving affidavit. She was supposed to write a letter to a doctor, I guess, informing them that she was using opiates. She didn't do that as well. Because of the violations, it looks like she just stopped reporting after that.
Was she ordered to do a DWI education class?
Not that I've seen.
What?
And this was from 2015 probation, so. I don't know if the standards have changed.
So it says 1 year probation, RUA, DAET, 24 hours community service. Hey, weird. Have you looked at the plea paperwork to see what?
Look now, Judge,
It's on,
and I do
and
have,
then, Mr. Butler, do you mind? Here, let me print it out, maybe you guys can make this out. So what were the terms?
It looks just like the community service and writing a letter to the provider.
It says 200 something, what is that? Here, let me,
It's also for Lisa.
yes, I'll go ahead.
So last one? Yeah.
guys,
Yeah, I did a research.
take a look.
Yeah, I saw the judgment and the conditions. So we would, I mean, we're fine with, of what he suggested, which was, he suggested a revocation.
She wants to do jail time?
Well, we were looking at a revocation and credit for time already served.
I don't know, I mean, why would we just reward her for being gone 3,278 days? She didn't do anything while she was on probation, why? Come up, ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry, it was. State, do you mind running our NCIC?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
But I mean, he's not telling anybody, not doing anything. I mean, you started reporting, but you didn't do the interview, you didn't start community service, you didn't.
Well, like, I could meet my phone, I was trying to reset. She said, we're not Wi-Fi.
All right, look, he doesn't like excuses. All right, tell him that you moved with your father to Corpus.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to pull it now. I can see that I have her license, the license.
Excuse.
Okay, so Mr. Butler, there's a couple things that I'd like to do prior to acquiescing. Good morning, Mr. Harris. Good morning. Sir, you're charged with the offense of failure to identify oneself to a peace officer. You were facing 180 days in jail with credit for you're facing 180 days in jail, and it looks like you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail with credit for the 80 that you have served. Does this take care of the case upstairs?
Yes, Your Honor, I emailed the felony prosecutor, and his attorney, and it's part of the plea is that they'll dismiss.
Case upstairs.
Yes.
Okay, you need to understand that that's an extremely, I mean, that's just a great deal. And I'm going to tell you now, probably not many times in life something like that's going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, anytime you avoid a felony, it's a win. But if it continues, you give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. If you give up the right to appeal, once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you need to also understand that they can use this to enhance your punishment. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You still want to go through with all this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Are you guilty or not? I'll find you guilty, send you to the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Mr. Harris.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
Thank you,
make
Mr.
sure
Harris.
you have to make sure they dismiss.
Just a minute.
Hey, good morning, Judge. Amherst.
Yeah.
Jonathan Payton.
Say it again.
Jonathan Payton.
Hey,
It's on docket. He bonded out last night. He's here, so I wanted
I'll
to.
bring him up.
Yes, Mr. Payton. Yeah. Jonathan Payton. He was back home with his mom and back in high school at Sterling.
Wonderful. That's the way to go.
Yes.
What's on here?
No, she's at work, but my uncle's here.
Yeah, we're actually.
You were very lucky to get out of jail with the type of charges that you have, Mr. Payton. And I'm going to tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect the public at all costs. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have two very, very serious charges. Do you know what bond conditions they put up there, Mr. Brown?
I don't believe they've added the bond conditions yet because he just bonded out last night.
They didn't.
What's that name?
For Payton.
Payton?
Yeah.
Yes.
One second.
Dude, you have but one life. When you start racking up convictions, what do you think happens? It's hard enough as it is as a young black man in society now. When you start racking convictions, it only makes life more difficult, man. Really. So, are there co-defendants in the ag robs upstairs? Say, are there co-defendants in the cases upstairs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Are two different code amendments.
Mr. Payton, this is what we're going to do. I'm now going to put an ankle monitor on you, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night. You are ordered to stay in school, and you're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you. If I find that you're smoking weed, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I'm going to test you in 3 to 4 weeks. If I find that you test positive, it's just not going to go well for you. You need to get into school, stay in school. So, likewise, I'm bringing you back in 3 weeks, and I want to see that you've actually enrolled into high school. Do you understand? Are you actively enrolled now?
No, sir.
Then that's got to happen today. No weapons. Miss Jimenez Alvarado.
Yes.
Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes.
On July 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to FSRA at the intersection of Cherry Brook and Cherry. The complainant witness stated during a verbal argument the defendant struck the complainant witness on his face, once with a closed fist, causing pain. The complainant witness then grabbed the defendant in a bear hug before releasing her and went outside to separate himself from her. The defendant followed him outside and struck the complainant witness with a stick about his face and neck several times, causing pain and visible injuries. The complainant witness stated the defendant got into a vehicle and began driving up and down the street, honking the horn at him. And the complainant witness stated that while walking, the defendant turned the vehicle into a driveway and the vehicle came extremely close to him.
Intent to death.
I'm not sure, but I know that's the other allegation, but, I think if I'm understanding the stick and the punch.
What is the relation between the two?
They're common law married, Your Honor.
What?
They're common law married.
Prior aggravated assault of family members is the same complaint
It
as
is not.
this?
It is not, Your Honor. In the case, that case has been was dismissed.
I know, but I'm curious to see if it's the same
It
complaint.
is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is my fault.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have contact with this person.
Okay, well,
If debate, no. She's a prior aggravated assault that was dismissed not 4 months ago. And now we're charged with another assault?
Your Honor, it was 9 months ago when the case was dismissed. This case is from July 2nd of 2024. So this case is 8 months old. They were still together. They've been together. As you can see, she's pregnant. He is the father.
Great, so
There
you
is-
have more stress now, you know?
There is another note that says an officer, Dennis Rice, tried to perform an on-scene evidence-based risk assessment to talk to the CW and to risk of there's a lethal assault and the victim refused. So and the only reason why she knew about this, Judge, is she was in the process of renewing her DACA, and they told her that she may have an open warrant. So she went and checked, and then she hired us. So this case was filed a while ago, Judge.
What happened in the aggravated assault, please?
What I have here, Judge, is that complainant witness and defendant were in a dating relationship. The defendant came to the complainant witness's work and pointed a gun at him while she was walking out, while she was in her vehicle. While he was on the sidewalk, the defendant fired the gun at him from inside the car.
Shot a gun at it? Allegedly? Is that what you're saying?
That's
I don't want you to have contact with this person. I don't care. I'm entering now what's called a Magistrate's Order for Emergency Protection. This is a court order that identifies this person as a protected individual. Mr. Chicas as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or assault against this person. Committing acts.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say
I
anything.
want you to listen, because if you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanor. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with this person. You are not to threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. He is now listed as a protected individual. You cannot commit an offense in furtherance of Section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot be in possession of a gun or go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works. Do you understand? If you violate this, like I said, the state can and probably will file an additional case against you, and then I, on this case, will revoke your bond. Do you understand? I will give you a PR bond now, but it's the only one that you're going to get. If I find that you're a danger to my city, I have only one place. Do you understand?
Just so you know, Your Honor, the CW has a criminal history as well. In fact, I think he was on
Doesn't make me feel better.
I'm just letting you know.
It's two people just, you know,
Understand.
there are people who are good for each other, and there are people who aren't so much. When you have cancer, what do? You cut it out, because if you don't, it kills you. There are certain people in life that may be like that as well, you know? Now, a second case. I don't want anything to happen, and so the best prescription is no contact. You're not to be in possession of weapons as well. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Yes,
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, you're not doing that. Yeah.
252-5470.
And so, Judge, obviously
I'm not, Marcos, it's not absolute, right? I'm not talking forever.
Okay.
But for now, I don't want any contact. Everything is coming to head now, and the last thing I need is something else to happen, more drama, and I just don't want any more dead bodies on the road. That's all.
I understand.
So, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Argrogi, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new case, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. All I'm asking you to do is just behave yourself, don't have any contact, and don't use alcohol or illegal drugs. That's it.
yes.
For now, I'm gonna have you sign, oh, wait a second, I need a bond, right? There's no bond that's set? Okay. I'll set your bond at 3,500, and I'll grant you a PR bond. You will have to sign a receipt of Victoria. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Maybe excuse me.
Yes.
Sign them all right now. Mark, you sign them all right now.
Mr. Saman.
Alright, thanks.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Great to see you, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Your Honor?
We're hanging out. We have a case with us today?
I do. I have. Give me one second. I apologize. Albert Anderson, Your Honor.
Got it. You just want to reset?
If we could, Judge, I did request. We're missing a video here. The dash cam video. I sent an email to the prosecutor on the case, requesting that.
Let me see what's in. Give me a second.
No problem.
I'll get you a date too.
Thank you, Judge.
We only have two here today, I guess. No Alice. So top of page 1. That's the question.
I'm missing a dash cam. I don't have any dash cams in this case.
I'd like to know if they have it though, because they may have it, they just haven't released it. So give me a second.
No problem. Thank you, Judge.
Beetle.
I object to a seatbelt, Judge.
At least I'm wearing one. And he stopped. How many people have that don't stop? They drive while they talk.
Yeah.
You know? Good. How are you?
Back on you. Jeez.
So your guy we have set for Friday, right?
Which one? Oh, yes. He'll be here. I talked to him. Okay.
He's still on lockout?
Yes.
That's the problem.
But there's a reason. It's an electric vehicle. It's a Tesla.
That doesn't make me feel better though. Because some people can get it.
He's been in rehab in Ohio. Like literally checked in. That's what I forwarded to you, is checking in Ohio.
Is he there now?
No, he's back in Houston and he's transferring to Medicare. That's what's going on.
I want to put a scram on him, man.
I don't have any problem with that.
So we need to do that Friday.
We're going to do that on Friday. I talked to him yesterday.
Show me the proof that he was actually in.
Oh, I actually forwarded it to you already. I forwarded you his admittance, but his whole family's here, and Ohio is just too distant. So he wants to be closer to his family. And he sounds like $1 million now, actually talking to him on the phone. The last time I was on was not $1 million. You know what I mean?
That we want them to leave better than they can, right?
Yeah, so I'm getting documentation for Medicare admittance and all that stuff that I plan to provide tomorrow.
Okay.
But the lockout issue, I agree, scram is probably easier for everybody.
And I'll pay for it.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Did you never here? Where were you?
What?
You were late.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's
Can you
only
help
2
me
minute
out?
show today.
Can you help me out on something else real quick?
Absolutely.
I'm talking about Anderson.
Anderson.
It's discovery complete because defense is still missing videos.
Hi.
Okay, body cam is in. It looks like we were waiting on station video.
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
Have you
Dash cam also.
Says it's in. No dash cam. Dash cam does not exist.
So that can.
So you can email the vehicles have it.
You hear that?
Yeah,
Vehicles have it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because
Good.
the stop is a big issue for us.
Do it now. Yeah, and then we'll give you a date.
I apologize. Do you want me to do something, Judge?
No, just hang tight. Victoria's busy, so as soon as she's done.
No
I'll
problem.
get you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the only thing you're missing really is the
Station.
video. That's it. Everything else is in. Is there blood, breath?
Checking. Yes, blood is 0.156.
Was it?
0.156.
5.6. Okay. So
I'll look into this on top.
is there an accident?
No,
I'm gonna say not.
it's weaving. It's a weaving case.
Well,
That's
you'll
why we're
probably
supposed
need
to
a
stop.
mitigation if that's the route you're gonna go.
Yes, sir.
Just to reset. Discovery's not complete. They're waiting on station.
Okay, how is April 1st through the 3rd?
April 1st to the 3rd.
Give me 1 second, Your Honor. Let me check on that.
And let me tell you, are you really driving a minivan? I mean,
Who, me?
yes.
No, I'm in a Toyota Land Cruiser, not a minivan.
No, you don't have to lie to be my friend.
I like minivans. We had a Toyota Santa for many years, and I love those cars. So
You put planes on the side, I guess.
I would love to have a minivan. I'd roll in one. I'd get a Iron Man painted on the side or something.
There you go.
Can I do the 3rd?
It's yours.
All right.
Yeah. All right, man. Have fun.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Take care.
All right. And is it his appearance waived, Your Honor? Is his appearance waived on that day too?
Yes. Probably for the next 2 resets.
All right. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
Okay, man.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey.
There's a lady here, she's not on the docket today, but she wandered out in Waller County, I believe, and she was on the docket for March the 5th, but she came today. So.
You wanna get her? And get a cost number?
Sure.
What is it?
2445-248. It's on Crystal Paul.
Yeah, I got it.
And,
Okay, do you mind bringing her?
sure, no problem. It's an assault case, Judge, and she does live in Belleville, Texas. It's a case of 2022.
Belleville?
Belleville.
Morning, Miss Call. Ma'am, you were charged with assault. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One to point to. Okay.
Mr. Honor, on September 29, 2022, the complainant was at a bar when the defendant approached her, yelling obscenities at her. The defendant then pulled the complainant's hair and spun her around with both hands, and the complainant felt pain and discomfort.
So they're at a bar drinking?
They're straight, Your Honor.
Ms. Paul, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke the bond, put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to the bar in question and not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Yes.
These are your bond conditions. If you violate them, or if you pick up a new case, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go into custody. No more PR bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stand for Mr. Proof and tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that you're gone and AWOL, he can't get a hold of you, we will issue a warrant. You understand?
Judge, should I get the calls when they're legal insurance?
You ready?
445-248. 248.
Thank you.
You are also not to be in possession of weapons as well, man. Now, your lawyer tells you that you live in Belleville.
Yes, sir.
How far is that from here?
Over 50 miles for sure.
Okay, so if you're called upon to take a test, then you may take it at a Quest Diagnostics, and then it is your responsibility to get it to Carl, and then he will get it to us. But if you fail to do it, then a warrant will issue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't drink, don't use, and don't pick up any new cases. Keep my counties safe.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes.
All right. You sign a reset with Victoria, then we'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond condition, and then you're free to go. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, Vic, can you check on a name change in this case, just in case? Is that spelled correctly?
No, it's wrong. We already issued
You
it.
did? Okay.
Hey, Coach Tony, good morning.
How are you, man?
Good, thank you, Judge. I'm here on Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
Back there or out there?
He should be, well, best of my knowledge, he's at the Montgomery County ICE Detention Center.
Know
So,
that for sure?
last time I spoke with ICE, yes,
Have you checked late?
a week ago,
And as of a week ago, he was still in there?
he was still there. So I tried to ask them what's going on because they've been holding him now for about a month. So they've not done anything on the case.
You want to try to
Not
bench
even
warrant
waiting
him?
to look. I could check again if you like.
Or do you want to bench warrant him?
It's up to you, Joe.
Boy, I mean, what do you, because,
Which one do you want me to?
because otherwise
Set- reset.
we're in a holding pattern and nothing's ever going to get done. If they end up deporting him, then,
Yeah.
you know, at least we can try to resolve it. If,
This is the guy first, then we'll do it.
you said Luis Gonzalez?
I'm sorry?
Luis Gonzalez?
Who did?
Luis?
Who's Luis? No, Emmanuel. The name of the defendant, Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
It's on the jail dock or on the bond dock?
He didn't jail document. Well, let me put it this way, he bonded out and ICE picked him up.
Right.
I think some bond is technically considered bonded out.
Yeah.
I just don't. I see it.
It's a beautiful action, Judge. I don't know if there's.
Yeah, I wouldn't
There's
see
any
what.
weapon. We're working on it, Judge. I figured you would be.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just dismiss it. What do you think about that?
I think we can do that here. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if I could look to see wider number of history with her, and I can tell you in 23, I've got 4 cases. They're all at 10,004. It's not my first rodeo. So what I'll do is I'll set it for bond forfeiture for Monday. If she fails to appear on Monday, I'm going to revoke the bond. Mr. Pons.
I had a trip plan. My dad fell, so I got to go.
Sucks.
Yeah,
81.
I was going to ask her Thursday if she can have a week.
When do you get back?
Wednesday. So how about Wednesday?
No, I don't want to get into that. Thursday's fine.
Okay, thank you.
But if she's not here, I don't give a rat's behind what the excuse is. You know what I mean?
Let's do this.
Because
I can do Monday Zoom if you want to Zoom in.
yes,
Okay,
that's why we have it.
Yeah, I know. I don't like doing that, but
Then don't. You can have Thursday if you want. It's not
let's do Monday Zoom.
sure.
Yeah. Judge, he's still possible, but I knew he would be.
Deputy H, you going? Deputy H, you going? I need your help. It doesn't make me happy what I'm about to do, but you have to know that we mean business. And if I don't, then I'm enabling this behavior, telling you that it's okay, when it most certainly is not. I told you not to use any illegal drugs. You've now tested positive 3 times. I'm now revoking your bond, and I'm taking you to jail.
Judge, Mother's Day court today.
I know, we'll talk. I just, love.
This is all I tell Felix Judge.
Felix is last name? Okay.
Davis has off those sometimes, sir. He is adamant that he had nothing to do with this.
Is he in jail? I don't see it, Felix.
I tell Judge,
Hi, Carol. IT.
yeah.
Felix.
Nice jacket.
Thanks. I see it. Okay, that was last. Okay. Do you want March or how about April 1st? It's a Tuesday. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Top of page 13, jury trial, April 1st. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Hey, man, what's new?
I have Tyler Williams as an arraignment today.
Tyler Williams, come up. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom, just so that you know you're not alone. Okay? Okay.
Your Honor, February 20th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard at 13,755 Main Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer approached a stalled motor vehicle on the freeway on the shoulder while in operation. The defendant was passed out behind the wheel of the motor vehicle. Upon waking the defendant, the officer observed a mild odor of an alcoholic beverage, incoherent speech, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant stated that he had a Long Island iced tea at a bar before heading home. SFSTs were conducted. For the HGN, it was a 6 out of 6. The walk-in turn was a 7 out of 8, and the one-leg stand was a 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath, which the results were a .138 and a .143.
Okay. Any prior good guns?
No history, Your Honor.
Can you run the license to see if any is a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, then I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, you are not allowed to drive as well, and that is a part of your bond condition as well. Great. So you have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you do, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Benavides, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you've gone and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, you pick up a new case, you become a danger to my community, I only have one thing that I'm going to do. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll have you sign a release of Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then after that, you're free to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
April 29th through May 1st.
April 29th through May 1st, Eric. Hold on, as you're going. I'm going to get an order for you.
Okay,
So that
I have people on the docket. I'll circle back.
Okay, let me just talk to them real quick. Coming up, Mr. Smart.
Yes, sir.
Every time you come here, you look worse and worse and worse, and it's really sad. You know that I have family members that are calling over here worried about you?
No.
Dad is called over here looking for you.
Dad.
Yes. I think it's dad. I think it's your dad.
See, there's a restraining order between, he put the restraining order
Mr. Smart,
on me.
Mr. Smart, we're not going to talk about this.
I have your family members that have called multiple times looking for you, scared, trying to get you off the street because they're worried about you. And the last thing I want to do is stop this where you pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street, you pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street, you pick up a case. We've been doing this now for 5 years. It stops today. No. What I would like to do is set up a TRAS to see how we go forward with you, Mr. Smart. But as I see now, you are withering before my eyes. And it just, every time I see you, it looks worse.
What's it,
Mr. Sorry. I was going to ask you, sir.
Alright.
A TRAS is an evaluation to see how we go forward with you in light of your situation and what's going on with you. I don't want you to die, Mr. Smart. That's all I want. And you're very slowly killing yourself.
Isn't this is a trespass, Mr. Man?
Judge, Your Honor, he has 83 days. He has already spent in jail for this misdemeanor.
Strong, do you get what I'm saying, right?
I do get what you're saying.
Literally, over the course of 4 to 5 years, every couple months he would pick something up and then he takes off for a couple years. And look, this is not a good way to go through life, man. You're literally killing yourself extremely slowly. And you have people out there that really care for you, that are looking for you. I'm not going to take this. No.
Judge, just one extra argument. If we were to do jail release instructions to a family member,
We've done that.
after the plea, if he pleads today, and we can, or even I can get in contact with his family, we can roll it to tomorrow. He pleads to the time served, I can have jail release instructions to one of those family
Strong.
members.
We've done that.
Okay.
He doesn't listen to family members.
Okay.
He doesn't stay. He goes back onto the street and does whatever he wants to do. The only thing that I would like to do is to TRS to see how we go forward. But I need you to speak to my clinicians to see how best we go forward to figuring this out. But no more revolving door.
I thought this was just a misdemeanor. Sorry.
It's a misdemeanor, Mr. Smart.
Well, how long can you hold me for a misdemeanor? I've been here for 2 months.
Not been here for 2 months.
It's been 80-something days.
Thanks. Can you set up the TRS immediately, please? We'll get it done. Hey, Ms. Strong, I'll get it done within the next 2 days.
Okay.
So he's not sitting there languishing.
মজা হয়েছে
অসাধারণ হয়েছে। এই মেয়ে কি করে?
ওই তুই ওরে দেখ চমকাই উঠছিস কেলা? ওর নাম লাইলি আর আজকে সব ওই রান্না করছে।
কি?
হ্যাঁ আম্মা জান, আমার পোলা কথা কইছিলাম না?
ইস, এরকম জঘন্য রান্না আমি জিন্দেগি দেখাই নাই।
থাক আম্মা জান থাক, আমি তো পারতাছি।
সমস্যা না, আপনার বাসার সামনে না, আমি আগা দিতেছি, চলেন।
তুমি কে মা? আমি তো চিন্তা পারতেছি না কোনখানে বাসা।
আমার সামনের মহল্লা বাসা। আমার নাম লাইলি।
ও লাইলি, তুমি কি আমার চিনো?
জি না খালাম্মা, আসলে আপনি তো আমার মায়ের বয়সী, বুঝছেন না? তা আমার মা যদি এরকম বাজারে ব্যাগ টানতো আমি তো দিতাম না, আমি লয়ে নিতাম।
ও আচ্ছা।
তো খালাম্মা আপনার কোনো পোলা মায়া নাই?
আছে তো, আমার একমাত্র পোলা আছে।
তো চ্যাংড়া পোলা থাকতে আপনার বাজারে যেতে হয় গেলা?
তুমি যে কি কও, তুমি কিন্তু খুব ভালো কথা কইছো। আমি আসলে বাসায় দিকে তো মাঝে মাঝে নিজে হাট বাজার করি। তা আম্মা জান, তুমি কেমনে জানলা আমার পোলা চ্যাংড়া?
ও, আপনার বয়স দেখে আন্দাজ করছি আর কি, আপনার পোলা চ্যাংড়াই হবো। এইটা আপনার বাচ্চা?
হ্যাঁ, এই যে আইসা পড়ছে, আমার বাসা আইসা পড়ছে। যাও, তুমি এত কষ্ট করছো, একটু চা পানি খিলাও।
না না, আজকে না, খালাম আরেকদিন আসুন।
আচ্ছা।
আপনি নিশ্চয়ই কষ্ট পাইছেন, তাই না? কষ্ট পাইলে মানে আপনি কইছেন আমারে, আমি যদি না যাই তাহলে তো খারাপ দেখে। তো আজকেই যাই তাহলে,
চলো। আচ্ছা ম্যাডাম,
বাহ,
কি আম্মা জান?
আপনার বাসা খালামা খুব সুন্দর, আপনার বাসা।
ও, আমি তো ভাবতেছিলাম তুমি আমার ছেলের কথা কইতেছো। মাশাআল্লাহ, আমার ছেলে সুন্দর আছে না?
আছে আর কি, ওই আছে।
আচ্ছা আম্মা জান, তুমি কি খাইবা? তোমার কি পছন্দ?
আপনার পোলাই কি পছন্দ করে?
ও তো যা পায় তাই খায়।
যা পায় তাই খায়, তার অবশ্য দেখে বুঝে যায়।
কিছু কইতেছো?
না খালাম্মা, কিছু কইতেছি না, মানে কইতে চাইছি যে সবার তো একটা প্রিয় খাদ্য থাকে, তারটা কি?
হ্যাঁ আছে তো, গরুর গোশত। গরুর গোশত পাইলে তো মাথায় ঠিক থাকে না, খুবই পছন্দের।
আচ্ছা কইতেছেন, আমারও গরুর গোশত
খুব পছন্দ। ঠিক আছে আম্মাজান, তুমি বসো, গরু গোস্তে রান্না করবো, দুপুরে সাথে মিলে একসাথে খাবো।
আরে আমি এখানে একা একা বসে কি করবো খালাম্মা, আমি যাই আপনারে সাহায্য করি একটু।
মাশাআল্লাহ, কি লক্ষ্মী মাইয়া, আসো আসো।
মা মাংস যা বলছো না,
মজা হয়েছে?
অসাধারণ হয়েছে। এই এ মেয়ে কি করে?
ওই তুই ওরে দেখ চমকাই উঠছিস কেলা? ওর নাম লাইলি, আর আজকে সব ওই রান্না করছে।
কি?
হ্যাঁ আম্মাজান, আমার পোলা কথা কইছিলাম না?
ইস, এরকম জঘন্য রান্না আমি জিন্দেগি দেখাই নাই।
কি কইতাছস? একটু আগে কইলি অসাধারণ, এখন কইতাছস ফালতু। মাথা গেছে নাকি?
খালাম্মা, আমার মনে হয় গরমে মাথা গিলু গইলা গেছে গা।
তাই মেয়ে, তোমার সাহস তো কম না, তুমি এনে কেন আসছো?
খালাম্মা আপনার সামনে আমরা ধমকাইতেছে।
ওই তুই ওরে দাঙ্গাস কেলা? হ্যাঁ ও আইছে তো কি হইছে? তোর কোনো সমস্যা আছে? ও জানোস না আজকে আমার এই রান্না বান্না কত সাহায্য করছে?
জানতে চাই না, ওরা এখনই বাড়ি থেকে বাইরে যেতে বলো।
কি কইতাছস? এত কিছু কষ্ট করে রান্না করে মাইটা না খাইয়ে চলে যাবো?
ও যদি এখান থেকে না যায় আমি বাইরে যাবো এখন।
খালাম্মা তোর মাথা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে গা, আমি বরং আজকে যাই, আপনি থাকেন খান, আমি আরেকদিন এসে খামুনি।
আম্মাজান, তুই এটা কি করলি? মা এটা খালি মুখে বিতে দিলি?
তুমি ওরে চিনো না আম্মা, খুব ডেঞ্জারাস।
আমার চিনার দরকার নেই, তুই বেশি করে খা।
তোর খামুই না।
It was anonymous, and the PSR is up there with you. Oh, no, it's not correct to me.
Miss Ferris, you were charged with theft. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I have no idea what happened on this case. All I know is that you've been charged with a Class A theft. I've appointed you a lawyer with Mr. Dixon now. We're going to do probable cause to see what actually happened. Please.
On January 5th, 2025, the complainant reported that his church mailed out checks for payments to various facilities with multiple checks that were then stolen. After being assigned the case, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that he received back his bank statement, which reported all of these checks being stolen. The first check for $780.20 was drawn off this.
Oh, I remember this. There's like several different people that are.
Yeah, so there's multiple checks. The next check is for $780.40. The next check is for $784.09. That was to a Mr. Tinkham, who reported that he didn't know the individuals and did not give them consent to endorse or cash any of his checks. That it is in the bank records and showed that the checks were changed to pay Simon Harris at the Chase Bank at 1520 Sandy Street.
Do we have it that she actually negotiated the check and put them in her account? I have to figure that, you know, banks, I mean, there are cameras everywhere.
And Judge, may you please ask her what
The
date?
teller job log journals indicate that the person has the check presented a Texas ID as the primary identification source. The officer did check this identification through the Texas driver's license database and found that it was associated with them.
What was the date of the transaction, may I ask, state? Because my client has been incarcerated, she hasn't been.
2023. Yes.
What is
On
it?
April 12th, 2023.
April 12th, 2020. Okay. So, Ms. Ferris, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case.
I was under the way.
We'll get there. I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be the time that you would incarcerated.
April of 22, April 23rd, I got out of the way.
Ms. Ferris, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. That is, I guess you said a church, right? or the person who is associated. So you're not to have any contact with the actual church and the person who is the owner of the checks. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendants in this case as well.